Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out key parts of your government have literally shut their doors. No processing of new permits, no effect on routine federal services, no paychecks for hundreds of thousands for an unknown stretch of time. That's not the plot of a dystopian film. That's the real scenario that the US is facing. The government has shut down after Congress failed to pass a funding plan. Let's unpack how this happened, what it means, and what could happen next. Breaking news: the United States government has officially shut down. That means hundreds of thousands of federal workers are without pay, services are frozen, and the political blame game is in full swing. But what does this really mean for ordinary people? Why did the shutdown happen? And how long could it last? Let's break it down in simple terms, okay? So, what just happened? What just happened? At midnight on October 1st, 2025, the US government ran out of money to fund itself. Congress, especially the Senate, couldn't agree on a temporary spending bill. Republicans wanted a clean short-term plan with no extra conditions. Democrats wanted healthcare funding included. Things like extending Affordable Care Act tax credits and reversing Medicaid cuts. Neither side budged, and without enough votes, the government officially shut down. What shuts down? What stays open? A government shutdown doesn't mean America completely stopped working, but it does mean many services freeze. Essential workers like the military, air traffic controllers, and border patrols still report to work, but they won't get paid immediately. Non-essential workers, about 750,000 federal employees, are on furlough, forced unpaid leave. Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid continue because they are funded differently. Agencies like the CDC, NIH, and SEC lose huge parts of their staff, meaning fewer health inspections, fewer disease updates, and slower financial regulation. National parks, museums, passport and visa processing may slow down or close. Quick example: imagine applying for a passport today. Your wait time just got a whole lot longer. Who gets hurt first? Federal workers. Many live paycheck to paycheck. Missing even one salary hurts families. Contract workers, unlike federal employees, some may never get back pay. Local businesses, areas around Washington DC and other federal hubs will see fewer people eating out, shopping, or commuting. Public health and safety, with fewer inspectors, fewer regulators, and fewer emergency staff. Response to crisis slow down. The economic ripple effect. Wall Street gets nervous. The stock market often dips, while gold and other safe investments rise. Important economic reports like unemployment numbers and inflation data could be delayed. Companies waiting for approvals like IPOs, licenses, or grants may have to pause plans. If the shutdown drags on, economists warn it can shrink US GDP growth. Why do this keep happening? Shutdown are not new. 2013, 16 days over Obamacare. 2018 to 2019, 35 days longest shutdown over border wall funding. Why? Because the US budget system requires yearly approval, and if Congress can't agree, funding stop. It becomes a political weapon. One party refuses to pass a budget unless the other makes concessions. The politics of blame. Here is where the finger pointing begins. Republicans says, "We gave you a simple funding plan." Democrats are holding government hostage for healthcare spending. Democrats says we are protecting Americans. We are protecting Americans' healthcare. Republicans don't want to fund essential programs. The White House is pressing for a deal, but neither side wants to look weak. So the stalemate continues and ordinary Americans suffer. What happened next? There are a few ways out. Short-term deals, a quick funding extension until November, full budget deal, much harder but solves the issue for the whole year. Piecemeal bills, fund some agencies, leave others hanging. Political pressure, as the shutdown drags on, angry voters may push both sides to compromise. But here's the danger: the longer it lasts, the more painful it becomes for workers, businesses, and the economy. The big takeaway here is that this shutdown is not just about numbers on a budget sheet. It's about people, federal workers missing rent, families delaying bills, communities losing income, and an economy that slows down little by little. It's also about politics, two sides refusing to meet in the middle. Until they do, the shutdown continues. So what do you think? Should Democrats hold firm on healthcare, or should Republicans push for a clean deal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss updates as this shutdown continues. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.